Cowboys. Appreciate y'all YouTube for checking in. I rock with you for rocking with me. Remember, subscribe is the vibe. So hit the subscribe button because your boy's on the road to 4K. I'm going to get there regardless, but I'm going to get there quicker because of you. I be reading the comments that y'all be leaving underneath my videos, dog. Listen, I am a die-hard Patriot fan. There's no jumping ship. I've experienced dynasty after dynasty. I know how it feels to win chips, bro. I got 6 of them things since 01. You know what I'm saying? But I got to keep it a beam. My team is trash. My team is trash, so naturally I'm just gonna show love to the other teams because I ain't a hater. At the end of the day, none of y'all got the rings that Brady got. So what the hell, why am I moving like I'm insecure for? I ain't worried about a damn thing. You feel me? I love the drama. I love the heartbreak. I love seeing teams give it their all. I love seeing teams go home and other teams like experience success. That's what it's all about, baby. There's not a matchup with as much history as the Cowboys versus San Francisco 49ers, bro. Before we even talk about the other team in the other bracket, the Giants and the Eagles, this is the game that I've been fiending for, bro. I gotta see who's made of that real thing, bro. You know? So with this game coming in hand, we got the divisional round game preview. I need to hear the stats. I need to hear the facts because I'm still trying to figure out who am I gonna put my money on to win this game. So let's lock in, bro. Let's rock. Let's see what this is all about.
Multi-decade rivalry back on. 49ers
Yes,
Cowboys faced off in the playoffs 3 times in a row in the 70s, 3 times in a row in the 90s, and now 2 times in a row in the 20s. Weird but true. The current Cowboys headed to San Francisco.
3 times in the 70s, 2 times in the 80s, what? Y'all might as well put them in the same They might as well put y'all in the same division together.
After bouncing TB12 and the Bucks 6 points at a time.
Prescott, touchdown!
They take on the 49ers, a team that's gone full strange brew, steamrolling teams as they march into the divisional round on an 11-game win streak.
Mitchell, improvisation leads to a touchdown!
What a matchup. Battle.
You know how crazy it is to hear a team won 11 straight games in football? 11 straight games? That's 2 months. These boys have won for 2 months straight, bro. They haven't lost a game since last year. What are we talking about? Holy.
Of DPOY candidates.
There go that dog.
First team All-Pro edge rush buddies.
Y'all know y'all more than welcome to come to my crib.
Nick Bosa on one side, Micah Parsons on the other. Which guy has the bigger impact?
That's twice. I got it. Then you two gotta help us.
Answer could go a long way in dictating how the game unfolds and ends. Neither guy lines up exclusively on one side, so the key matchup we start with, San Francisco's tackles versus Parsons. Micah, 13.5 sacks in 2022, 3rd most pressures of any edge rusher.
I used to love George Lopez, bro.
In 2022, Parsons attacked the left tackle about 60% of the time, the right tackle 40%.
Pressured. Good night, nurse.
Don't be surprised if that is at least flipped in this one. San Francisco's left tackle, Trent Williams, PFF's best left tackle, 2 years running now. Number 11 may spend a little more time on the right side then. Mike McGlinchey, he's not a Turk or a JD or anything, but he gave up 6 sacks in 2022, and he's not Trent Williams.
He's going to split McGlinchey and Burford.
And worth noting, when these two played in last year's wild card game, Parsons didn't have a single sack or even a QB hit. Dallas didn't plant Jimmy G a single time.
2 times big 3rd down conversions to Jennings in this game.
3 of the Cowboys' key pass rushers this season played in that game too. The 49ers line again having to contend with Dorrance Armstrong, 8.5 bags in 2022, DeMarcus Lawrence, 6 sacks. The newcomer to the Niner Cowboy party, Dante Fowler, 6 bags this season, and one of the highest pressure rates in the league. That group led the way to the 3rd most QB takedowns.
And the ball came out.
Dallas had a 35% pressure rate. That was the highest in the NFL. It makes for a Gene Belcher beef squatch battle.
They are bludgeoning our
They're gonna be on your neck, my
that
boy.
That rush up against a line that allowed the 6th fewest sacks, the 10th lowest pressure rate.
Jimmy time. Jimmy throws. It is caught. Touchdown!
Okay, on the other side, Nick Bosa, NFL sack leader, 48 QB hits, 13 more than anyone else.
Bosa! I wasn't even thinking about sack.
18.5.
He didn't have a sack in their wild card win. It
This
makes
dude
him
missed
more
like 3 games, bro. Yo, he missed like 3 games and still led the league in sacks. Holy. Do something with this man.
Dangerous. The number of times Bosa went back-to-back games without seeing him shrug this season, same number of times I started for an NFL team.
A lot of 97s in here.
Or college team, Pop Warner team, 2-on-2 two-hand touch team, that one hurt.
That's a grown-ass man.
Bosa is also a 60-40 guy, but he prefers right tackles most of the time. So is the Dallas tackle situation Bosa ready? Tyron Smith played right tackle in the wild card game. He only played 4 regular season games, but we know what he's capable of. On the other side, it's rookie Tyler Smith and or Jason Peters. Peters left last week's game hurt. Tyler Smith gave up 7 sacks this year.
Sack back inside the 20-yard line.
He got moved around a lot out of necessity, so he never really got settled into one spot.
Tyler Smith,
Dak, get rid of the ball
he has
quick.
really played well.
Big picture pass rush battle on this side of things just as meaty as the other side. 49ers racked up 3 sacks versus Seattle last week. One of the bags, a Happy Meal, came with a forced fumble and a fumble recovery.
Butterfingers.
San Francisco's got it.
The Niners, 44 sacks, tied for 10th most, a 30% pressure rate, 9th highest. Facing off with a Cowboys line that only gave up 27 sacks.
Technically, according to these numbers, Dallas has a better pass rush and produces a lot more pressure than the 49ers. Just saying.
4th fewest.
These guys
Just
do not
saying.
want to play with us.
Dak Prescott got solid protection versus Tampa Bay. He couldn't come into a game off a better game. Career best, 25 of 33, 305 yards, 4 touchdowns, a 143.3 rating. His touchdown pass to Dalton Schultz, probably his new signature play.
What a play by Prescott.
Prescott looked like he was toying with Tampa Bay's defense.
'Cause he was.
It won't be easy to toy with San Francisco's. 1st in points per game allowed this year, 1st in yards per game. Only 3 teams scored 24 plus on them all season.
Wow. Crazy. My life flashed before my eyes. You're really a heat-seeking missile.
Frisco secondary, 82.7 rate, tied for 5th best. Most INTs in all of football.
We're going to throw it to us. He's going to throw it right in our hands.
Dallas is up there too now.
Mosley intercepted by
Dallas is
Fred
up there
Warner.
too in
The
picks
big
now, dog.
one-on-one here, Travarius Ward versus CD Lamb. Ward had a great 2022, not a great wild card. DK Metcalf beat him for a big touchdown.
So there's
Ward
2
gave up over
awards.
100 yards, 9 targets, 7 receptions allowed.
Ward, that one spot where he looks back, and that's
Boom.
what allowed DK Metcalf to separate.
Dallas
On
don't
that
got a
same
DK.
note, it's worth noting 49ers defense has been great in 2022, but they gave up big yards to Jarrett Stidham and Devontae Adams a few games ago. Last week versus Geno, over 250 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Metcalf having a big game into 49ers territory.
Typically, San Francisco has played wideouts well, held them to an 88.5 rating. That was 12th lowest. Cornerback Diamador Lenore didn't have a great
pick was
2022, but he
That pick
played
was
well
nasty.
versus Seattle.
Lofts it up for Metcalf, who is defended by Lenore.
This week, he'll get a lot of Michael Gallup. 6 targets, 5 catches, and a score last week.
And it's Gallup behind the defender.
That's when you know you trash, bro.
49ers will have to play the tight end position well as well. Dak isn't wishy-washy when it comes to Dalton Schultz. 8 targets, 7 catches, 95 yards, 2 scores versus Tampa Bay.
95 yards.
8+ targets, 3
Think he
straight
Kelsey?
games now. He's a Prescott fave.
End zone caught, touchdown, Dalton Schultz.
Niners against tight ends in 2022, rating allowed 98.2. That was middle of the pack. That's an opening.
Kyle Pitts caught it, touchdown.
Tony
Schultz.
Pollard, Zeke. Pollard snapped out of his mini slump last week, 77 yards, 5.1
Their best
a run.
offensive
Pollard
weapon.
again, nice
Their
hesitation.
best offensive weapon. I cannot wait to see the matchup between who balls between Pollard and CMC, bro. Pollard is Dallas's best offensive weapon. If they know what they're doing, they're gonna try to get the ball to him quick and early, bro. Set the tone. Set the tone. Dallas is gonna have to run the ball. You can't put the game on Dak's back to throw against these Wolves. It's just not happening, bro. It's just not happening.
Elliott, 2.1 yards per carry on 13 tries versus the Bucks. Hasn't been over 4
Trash.
yards per carry in 5
I like
straight
Zeke,
games
but
now.
the numbers.
Goes nowhere.
He and Pollard trying to find room against the #1 defense versus running backs in 2022.
Sheesh. Number one.
What?
It's all sort of insulting that we wait this long to get to the 49ers O-face that's put up 37-plus points in 4 straight games.
It is George Kittle, and they got it.
Passing game is on fire right now for them. Rudy, Rocky, Michael Sarah all rolled in one behind center. Brock Purdy legend, only bigger after watching him in his first playoff game.
Here's what I'm talking about with that progression going through, right? He's reading left. Where's Elijah Mitchell? He should be checking down. He should be ready back over here to my right side.
332 yards, 131.5 rating, 3 touchdowns, no picks, put receivers in spots to pick up yak, and if he gets flushed, showed he can keep plays alive with his legs.
Dances and finds McCaffrey, who broke loose.
We have a good old-fashioned Debo Craig showdown lined up with Trayvon Diggs playing cube in this case. Samuel snagged a few chains and pagers last week.
You got Cody Barton coming down. You think he's going to make the tackle. Then you think Mike Jackson's going to make the tackle.
6 catches, 133 yards and a touchdown, so he's feeling it. Diggs, 10 targets versus Brady and company, allowed 7 catches, 75 yards, a rating over 90, so not great. Dude's a gamer, though, and that's why him on Debo will be fun.
Realistically, every ball could be a pick.
Purdy doesn't play favorites, though. He could easily turn to Brandon Ayuk if he thinks Waldo's in front of him. Ayuk, 4 targets, 3 catches, 73 yards. He was San Francisco's top wideout in 2022.
Ayuk's just kind of flying under the radar, but 3 catches and 73 yards.
Is Darren Bland wearing the red-white cap? He gave up a touchdown, 8 catches on 12 targets last week, 85 yards.
Caught by Julio Jones.
Dallas's pass defense that Purdy and company face gave up 351 yards to Brady, but it was on 5.2 yards per attempt. They held him to a 72.2 rating.
Intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Dallas's play versus the pass overall very similar to Seattle's, and we saw what Purdy did to them.
Downfield, Ayuk comes free.
And he didn't need George Kittle much. Comes off a quiet game. His 2 catches were effective, and we all know his game.
Exit fly for George Kittle. They found a soft spot in that defense a few times today.
Elijah Mitchell and CMC, 5 targets, 4 catches, 42 yards, 2 touchdowns. McCaffrey, the runner, comes in hotter than the receiver, too. He gained 115 yards on 15 tries, 7.9 yards per carry.
McCaffrey gallops free.
Cowboys held running backs to 4.2 a run in 2022. They only faced 12 rush attempts versus Tampa Bay. Kicking game, Robbie Gould, solid year, 4 for 4 last week, 3 for 3 on extra points in damp conditions. Brett Maher, Dak might trust Charlie Brown trying to hit from 50 with Lucy holding the ball more than he trusts Brett right now. Watching the 4th extra point in a row miss, it went from kind of funny to painful, just as a fan.
He has done it again.
They might be looking for a kicker next week.
You know what I would do to a kicker who I feel like you got one job, bro, and this is a chance to go to the NFC title game, and you out here just shanking. I'm talking about shanking 4 consecutive field goals, bro. With everything that these guys and them dogs don't work for to get here, I hope to God this game don't come down to a kicker making a field goal, bro. To a kicker making a field goal. How do you miss 4 field goals in a row? Like, what else is there for you to do? You don't got to memorize no playbook. You don't have no assignments. You barely even got a tackle. All you got to do is what you've been doing your whole life. Kick a field goal. You're going to miss 4 in a row.
We said this is a playoff rematch. 2021 wild card, 23-17 San Francisco. Cowboys got Debo'd on the ground, 72 yards and a touchdown. Then there was the trifecta of the early 90s. 92, 93 went to Dallas, 94 went to San Francisco. There was that one 1981 game. And then there was the original trilogy, early 70s, 70, 71, 72, a Dallas sweep. Preview is yours from here. Add anything else missing to the comments section with your score prediction. Great game to close the divisional round out on.
Jeez, look at these predictions, bro. Oh, nah. Yo, one person has the Cowboys winning. Cowboy fans, I know y'all sick. Everybody's hating. Everybody's doubting, man. I don't know. 26, 17, 23, 20, 30, 27. Like, goddamn, son. Everybody just believes the 49ers are going to win. I ain't gonna front. When you look at them on paper, they're the better team. They got more weapons. If I went position by position, bro, quarterback. Damn, bro, it's so hard because like Purdy playing better than Dak. Oh, but Dak is more experienced. And neither of them been in this situation before, so I can't even. I'm gonna say quarterback is a stalemate. Running back, I'm gonna give it to San Francisco. Wide receivers, I'm gonna give it to San Francisco. Tight end, I'm gonna give it to San Francisco. O-line, I'm gonna give it to San Francisco. Sheesh. And then you look at defense, cornerbacks. I might give it to Dallas. I'm gonna lean and give it to Dallas. Linebackers, San Francisco. D-line, ooh, I'm gonna call that a stalemate. I think Bosa and his dogs is just as they just as good as Micah Parsons and his. But you know, at the end of the day, bro, 49ers are the favorites to win this game. I cannot wait, bro. I can't wait. Summer's about to get humbled quick. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you made it this far in the video, let me know what you think about the game, bro. Let me know what you think about the game. Let's chop it up, because the game is coming up, man. I rock with you. If you rock with me, hit the subscribe button, because subscribe is the vibe, bro. I'm gonna get to 4K. Know what I mean? I'm gonna get there. But I'll get there quicker with your support. You already know. It's your boy Gabos. Mamba out.